Hello, the audience. This is a more casual episode. We're doing the TARDIS again. This is a new starting room, by the way, so I don't accidentally show everything off by looking around in circles. This is still, you know, the TARDIS, which I added a couple extra things to. Yeah, I'll go over. I will go over all the stuff that I've added, which is quite a lot, which is why we're not actually building anything. And also, this board is just going to have a bunch of, like, signs with text on it, and it's going to basically explain the TARDIS and all that, so that I don't have to every time. So, let's start with flipping the lights on. That I added just because of, you know, it was in the original TARDIS, so might as well. We have some shulker boxes up here for storage. We have this. Yep. And then we have another thing. Can I turn up the volume here? Video audio. Let's do sound. I'm going to turn that up just this once for a bit. It's taken ages. Oh, there we go. Fuck it, all the way up to 100. So this button here. Oh shit. That just triggers an explosion in the distance just because I want to fuck with people. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to turn that down to like 30. It was a bit quiet before. So I changed how the doors work, so now you don't have nasty redstone in front. Yeah, so that's nice. Still got a trash can, still got the bookshelf, still got this, and the buttons do things. The other button does do something, and I'll go over that when I come to it. But right now we've got some TARDIS to show off. So, starting with this, as always, I added a couple more things. First, I fixed the spelling error for the sockeye sword. Hoverboard, sonic pen. I added, I think, the GS ball, banked, and vortex manipulator. Yes, that is the name tag, named banked. Yeah. That dates the episode quite a bit, but I don't care, it's left behind. So, right. We obviously have been over this. Bats are still very much a problem, but for whatever reason, they're not here at the moment. There are bats plenty of other places. Right, I believe you've seen this, which now has a giant gash through it, which I don't want to fix right now, because that's going to be a bitch to fix. Right. I don't know how much of this you've seen, so when I'm half sure of something, we'll just go to it and go, hey, look, and then leave. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that. Again, hey, look, and then, ta-da. Down here, I believe you've definitely seen the broom closet. I still haven't finished all the text over here. It still ends abruptly before it gets to a lot of big words, because I don't want to type those out. I added some hallways down here, right, which leads to the void room. And over there is a gold block, which if you, for whatever reason, have seen my video where I count the old TARDIS, the gold block signifies one extreme of the TARDIS. So that means we're as far over to one side of the TARDIS as we can possibly get. We'll see the other one here soon. I also added a bathroom, which I'm still working on. It's still under construction. As you can see here by the fact that, you know, the whole thing's cut in half, because I don't know if I want 6 or 3. 3 seems to make more sense, but also 6 because there's 6 pilots, and what if there's a burrito-related emergency? So yeah. There's that. It's a work in progress. I might just tear down the whole thing and rebuild it in a completely different way. Yeah. And the reason that there's just glass there, and leads to nothing is because I want the whole room to be mirrored, because those are supposed to be mirrors, but I have to finalize the design before mirroring the whole thing. So, yeah, down here, I added a couple new things. First of all, this hallway, I don't remember what was in the last video, but this is how it looks now. I did at one point have just, like, this pillar missing, and it was just pure chaos. That was completely wrong. I did once have this pillar missing, and it was just a big open room that was just weird. Yep, I've shown you the mirror room, but, you know, there it is. I think everything's good. Yep. So in here we have the outside room, which I've changed up a little bit, because yeah, okay, we've been over the fact that I re-added that, because you never actually saw it without it. But I put these here so that you can't climb on top of the house anymore. This stump prevents you from, I don't know. But I did move this signpost because you could originally hop from the stump onto there and then onto the house from there. So that's a bit complicated. There's this. Of course, you've seen the waterfall and everything else. Yeah, I'm quite proud of this room. I really like it. Okay, so over to over here. Naturally, oh wait, hold on. I don't. Again, pretty sure this hallway doesn't lead anywhere. Oh no, that led to the mirror room. This hallway leads to the room that we built last episode. Again, we're not building any rooms this episode. I'm just showing stuff off. Oh wait, nope, missed something. Missed something. My bad. That's why I hate that intersection. Why it was super confusing if I didn't have the pillar. Okay, so we forgot to go down this one. And in here we have... ta-da! It's the prison from, you know, the beginner's guide. I like this game. I have walls there because without it, like, it's the sky, in quotes, even though it doesn't match the color at all. But yeah, that's supposed to be the color of the sky. I might change it to a lighter blue. Yeah, anyway. If I didn't have it, it would just be a big field, and it's supposed to be, like, you know, a sky island-looking thing. So there's that. And, of course, we have the lamp and the picture, which is the closest I could get it, and, yeah. Okay. So, if we go all the way over here, and then go through the last room that we just went through, or, you know, the room that we just built, rather, there's no bats. What the hell? There's usually bats. There's bats always. I'm annoyed. Okay. I'm annoyed at not being annoyed right now. So if we go right here... Hey, bats, what's up? Then we have the well from the beginner's guide in the Sky Island. So, yeah, I just had to. If I was going to add the prison, I had to add this. Which I am super proud of this, by the way, and you'll see why here in a bit. Down this way, we have the cabin from Damien. Yeah, it's really good. Just look up Damien on YouTube. It's going to be their first result. And it's the cabin from Damien, which I really enjoy. And, of course, there's a zombie in the picture frame because awesome. And, of course, in here we have plenty of firewood and just... Okay, might I add something? The roof changes position mid-short. They're just mid-video. I would just like to mention that, like, Celine's looking out this window. Alright, so, like, you see the house, and the roof is, like, slanted that way, right? And it's a big triangle with, like, the middle bit in this one. It slants down, and it slants down. And then Celine's looking out this window, right? Which we see the inside of the cabin, plenty. And she's looking out this window, and outside of that window, you see Damien, and then it cuts to an outside shot, and Damien is sitting there with the side of the triangle roof visible as if it goes down that way and goes down that way. So the roof changes position, so I had to figure out which wall this was on. Because there's only like 3 shots where you actually see the fucking inside. Or at least 3 shots where you can see this, but it's right next to the mirror. And this is the one I went with. It seems most consistent with the rest of it, so... yeah. I also recreated the entire cabin in survival mode, but that's whatever. Going left takes a while. Going right. Going left. What is left? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, left. I'm not going to do left quite yet. It's not going to be like a grand finale kind of thing. But anyway, this is the new improved library. If you remember, I think in my last video I said I removed the library. This is it now. I decided to keep the same aesthetic. I want to emphasize that I did actually mean it when I said I like the aesthetic of having, like, you know, the rustic-looking stuff with the futuristic walls. I like that. And I have to give credit to Radom for designing all of this stuff. Oh, shit. I have to give credit to Radom, or Steel Aegis Gaming from the B team, for coming up with the idea of these things and using lanterns. And here we have Arthur, that's also from something, and you will never guess what. Unless you do, in which, congratulations, you've, like, been one of the 3 people to see that movie. Anyway, he also did the spiral staircase, which we had to move, like, 3 times, because we kept building it in the wrong place. But I think building it here quite works. So let's go up the spiral staircase. These also have ladders up here, and this place is huge. Look at this. It's awesome. So anyway, let's go up the spiral staircase and see what's upstairs. Which is a repeat of the room entirely. So let's go upstairs once more. And the 3rd floor is another repeat of the same room. Without, you know, obviously it doesn't have the reception desk and the tables for reading. And then the 4th floor, also repeat of the same room. And then we go all the way up, and we have the 5th floor, also repeat of the same room. And then we have, once and for all, the 6th floor. Repeat of the same room and all that. So, library is huge, and I do plan on labeling at least the floors, if not the sections individually, to give a purpose for why they're so big. And now, I'm not going to show you guys the outside of this just yet, because that's going to be what the rest of the video is. I just want to give you a quick walkthrough tour of all the rooms, and we'll show you... what do we mean, we? This was a me thing. Apart from, of course, Radham to the Spiral Staircase and this stuff. He helped me with the first 2 floors, and then on 1 battery life, because I didn't have my dock, I copied all of the floors up here. I'm playing on Bedrock. There's no mods. I didn't just copy-paste. I purposefully, by hand, placed every single one of these. It took a while. Although it only took 1 battery life, so that's nice. Yeah. So anyway, once we're done with the walkthrough tour of this whole place, I will show you what it looks like on the outside. And why this library is so awesome. Because if you remember, with the well and the outside room, you couldn't see the library, and the well is just down here. And you couldn't see the library. Okay, where was I going? Oh yeah, down here. No, not down there. That's the cabin. Left, and then another left. And then we are going to the right place. Oh, also... okay, I have to. Okay, I forgot. I'm just gonna fly here. Not that it's necessarily faster, but it's a little bit faster. Okay, almost there. Okay, and here we go. This is the other gold block. This is the other extreme of the TARDIS. So yeah, I have yet to measure the distance between the two, because I'm still kind of building over in that direction. So yeah. Oh my god, this is going to take a very long time. I won't cut this out, by the way. This is a very casual upload. As long as I keep it under an hour, it should be fine. I also recorded an hour of Return of the Obra Dinn, which I think this will come out beforehand because I want thumbnails for Return of the Obra Dinn. Not that this series will have thumbnails from here on out, I'm just saying this will probably come out beforehand. Okay, now over here, we have a new room. The incinerator. All of these have buckets of lava, and they all activate at once. Now, how do they activate, you might ask? Okay, so we have to go all the way over here, down through here. It's not a single tripwire in here. Also, I deleted the bits of string that I accidentally placed in here. I don't remember if that was on recording or not, but there was like 1 piece of string accidentally placed in there and then lost. But I got rid of that. Okay, so right here, it's this button. That activates the incinerator. So now, I am determined to travel all the way through. Now, if we go all the way over to the incinerator... yeah, here we go. I won't show you the outside until I'm done with this tour. Okay. Oh, there's music going on. There we go, incinerator. Oh, there was a bat. Oh, that poor bat. Poor bastard. Alright. Okay, so now I will show you the outside. That's what the library looks like, and this is what the incinerator looks like. Okay, so that's... I suppose once I'm done with the bathroom, the gold block would be moved over there. If I keep that design, I don't know. So basically, the explosion that I have set off in here is in this obsidian encased, and it also has water inside. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally blow anything up. Including the redstone over here. And then the other button that I have... Well, let me just do this, because it's a toggle thing, so now it's going to be off. Yeah. I'm really proud of this. This is just barely, it ends right here, which still activates this one. So I just barely have the right dimensions for that. So yeah, I also have repeaters on the side of that, which I will show you momentarily. And then we'll get to the interesting stuff with the library, and you not being able to see it from there. Oh my god, of perspective. Okay, so yeah, I have a bunch of repeaters here, which can't, again, these things... just barely make it here. Okay. So, let's start with the outside room, because that's, like, sort of easier to explain. So that's huge, obviously. And then just down here, we have just, like, if... The biggest reason that I didn't have the lantern there is because if you were standing on it, you could see it, theoretically. And I'll also explain why I have levers instead of redstone blocks up there. But yeah, from nowhere within the outside room can you see the library. Because there's always something in the way, no matter where you are. Which is really cool. And then here's how I did this. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the perspective of the well. Because not only are they different sizes, they are also differently shaped. So this is supposed to be like a pole, or two poles with a stick across. So from over here, where you can't change your perspective, it just looks like two poles with a stick across. When you go over to it, it's actually flat. However, if you were to go over to here, now, not only is it different dimensions so that you can actually fit inside comfortably, it just does look like two poles with a stick on top. But of course, it looks completely different from outside. So it's hard to realize that these are the same thing until you're actually inside the TARDIS. So here's the biggest reason. If you jump anywhere in this, it's fine. You can't see it. However, if you're 1 block higher, or if you're 2 blocks higher, you can see the very edge of that. And if I were to make either layer of these redstone blocks, that would be enough that you would be able to see it. Yeah. So, like, right now, you can see grass. Also, that's why I don't have a top on this, because that block breaks the illusion right there. And it made it the same all around. So, that's pretty interesting. This is what it looks like from the top down now. So, pretty interesting. That was Radam's doing, by the way. That wasn't me. Yeah, so, this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm building off in that direction because I didn't expand the bottom level far enough, and the top level then extends over there, and then I also have another hallway going nowhere. I don't have any other hallways. Okay, so I've got that one and that one there. Yeah, it's weird that I don't have any extending that way. I did consider putting one right here, but I didn't for whatever reason. Why didn't I? Oh, that's why I didn't. Okay. So basically why I didn't is because it would fuck up the lights on this side, and in order to actually have, like, an unbroken illusion, or at least to have the lights be consistent, I need 2 on each side, which I can't do for that side because they both lead into the outside room. Yeah. Or I could just have a really small closet, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so that's basically all I've worked on. Not that this was necessarily something that could take up an entire episode, but I think it's just enough that showing this off and building a room would take way too much time. So this might be shorter than some others that I did, but I don't know. I like to think it's got the same amount of entertainment value because I'm showing you a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I won't do too much off screen, apart from finish. Probably going to write that out and finish this one and then come up with another concept for, you know, a room to build so I can show you that, show you this, and then we can build another room. I would like to mention that I want this to be exactly as close to this wall as possible, because, hold on, if I were to break through here, we're 1 block away from this room again. So we have constant connection to this room for whatever reason. So it's like fast travel to complete opposite ends of the TARDIS. Well, not complete opposite ends. There's a gold block that denotes that. I forgot to rebuild this wall. Okay. Alright, so, this has been something. I'm gonna rebuild that. I just had that open for the showcase, just so I can show you that I don't know what I want to do with this. Yeah, alright, so that's gonna be it for this one. So, good night, everybody.